yo.
Fix your mic.
Oh, huh?
Fix your mic.
What's wrong with my mic?
We're on strike today. We don't want to listen to no shitty mics.
What's wrong with my mic?
Nothing. It's okay.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Hi, everyone. We want to start today's episode by having Dave, the wizard, apologize to all of us for making us sit through Undead Girl before he finally caught up.
You know what my response to that is?
What's your response?
Oh shit, Sienna.
Sienna.
I hope you didn't hear.
Everyone is seeing the maturity on you. Oh my God.
Where is Glenn so we can start? Wait, was it loud?
It was loud as fuck.
She said, "Well, I farted, Sienna. I'm so sorry."
All right.
Got me. Well, Glenn is taking forever, so it'll take a few seconds. Welcome, everybody, to Just Anime People. I'm your host, Robin. Hold on real quick. I know y'all want to give me good claps and all that. Thank you very much. Y'all are too kind, too kind. And here with me, we have my co-host, Simple. Nah, everybody, thank you for coming to and tuning in on another episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Make sure you hit that download button on Spotify. And make sure you hit that download button on iTunes. So, on this week's episode of Just Anime People, I won't lie to you. We recorded the episode yesterday, but my co-host Simpa is unprofessional, so she just had to do a few spoilers. So we're gonna kind of dive back into that. What's good, Glenville McDonald?
I'm living on a prayer. What's up?
That's
I was
That's
mid
the
song.
energy,
Hey,
Glenn.
guess what? He watched it and he's apologetic for putting us through that torture of
Glenn,
yesterday.
I'm not
Uh,
apologetic. She ruined
he
it for me,
is
bro.
so
She ruined it. She
apologetic.
ruined it. Glenn, Jack pulls up, and I said, "Oh, Jack the Ripper." You feel me? I wasn't even excited because she ruined it.
Oh,
What?
you could. I guess. I mean, I couldn't tell who was jacked up and who wasn't because I saw him in like episode 5 walking up, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh yeah, but they didn't put no name to it yet.
Yeah, there's no name to him yet.
It was is Buddy Frankenstein or am I tripping? The big
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
ugly.
he
that is
is.
Frankenstein.
He's Victor Frankenstein. They put the doctor and the monster together.
That's hard. That's definitely hard. So let's talk about it, man. How you feeling about Dr. M? I fuck with him, man. He has a Yule Baka life presence, and I like how you feel me? His team, they're all loyal to him. Talk about it. How y'all feel about it?
Moriarty.
I
I
really
do.
thought I'm gonna sound like Erica on this, but I
Hmm.
really thought they'd make him like a 20-something attractive
Uh,
Englishman.
Oh shit.
Glenn, thank you very much for that.
I really thought they were gonna pull that for him. That's why every time I saw the old man, I'm like, that can't be Moriarty. Because I had a hunch, but I'm just like, I
There's no
don't
way
think
they'll
so.
do that.
Yeah.
You know, funny enough, I didn't have that because all I was seeing was, the um Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. Moriarty wasn't like, good looking. And so I'm like, oh, maybe they're gonna
Nah,
do
but
that.
once I saw Sherlock Holmes, I was just like, oh. And then you can when you can put the M as like the I thought M as Moriarty, but I'm like, nah. Everyone here looks way too attractive and like in their 20s with like ripped abs for Moriarty to be an old motherfucker.
Glenny.
You
Nah, but
joining Erica on attractive anime is crazy.
Listen, it's just an observation. That's all it is.
yes, don't shame him for his observation.
It's freak ass observation.
Don't don't shade him for his observation.
But you're not going. How do y'all?
Nah,
But how do y'all feel about him? Besides you thinking he's ugly,
Oh,
I think he's genius. Like
the
he's
little
a
we
very
know about him,
interesting.
yeah.
He's a very interesting character. I mean, to me, it was nice to see him just because I had just previously spoken to Glenn about wanting to meet Moriarty. Like I couldn't wait to see who Moriarty was. And then the very next episode after that conversation, we meet Moriarty. So that kind of like gave me a lot more excitement than it actually would have warranted otherwise. But I thought it was cool. I didn't like the fact that it made it seem as though he is basically Jack's bitch. You know, Jack wanted to be the most powerful person, so Moriarty is just going through all these hoops to do it, kind of thing.
it
But
wasn't just Jack he was working on. He worked on a few of them.
he worked on a few of them to perfect Jack,
Hmm.
so it was all for Jack.
Auntie, I just watched it. He said Jack just happened to be the only one it worked for.
Oh my God, that's not what he said. Glenn, please help me.
But then they also reference that what's his face, the Oni Slayer, also comes from that same experiment.
Yeah, the only guy there was all. It was basically on some whoever works works. Ani man.
Dave, sorry.
Okay.
Why'd you say you said Dave like you had some?
Yeah, you said it with like authority. Like, Dave, I have something to say.
While we arguing about this, Moriarty walks into the scene, explains it to Sherlock. He said, "One day, a young man came to me and said he wanted to be the strongest man ever." And then he breaks it down to it being Jack the Ripper. He said he went to Japan because there were two creatures that he knew that were powerful, the Oni and then the immortal lady. He went to Japan specifically for those two. He decided to experiment. And then the girl said, those participants must not have been voluntary. They went on. The whole thing they were doing was to perfect it for Jack. He had to kill a few people to see how stable it was and how to balance it before he
Auntie, I
moved on to
just
Jack.
watched it. Jack
Dave,
just happened.
watch
He
it
tried it.
again.
He tried it
Watch
on
it
a.
again.
He watched. He tried it on multiple people. It just
He
happened.
experimented on people to perfect it on Jack.
No,
Please
he
watch
did
it
not,
again.
bruh.
Dave, I kid you not. I'm not budging on this because I know I'm right. Watch
You're
it
not.
again.
I think
Watch it
she's right,
again.
Dave.
You said
Watch it
what, Glenn?
again.
I think she's right on this one.
Okay, okay,
Watch
okay.
it again.
Hold on.
Because I do remember the part where he's talking about a young man came and
He
asked
was
me for
just.
a favor.
Hmm. Y'all don't think he was just explaining who the? He was just happened to be explaining who was the one that made it.
No.
No, because then after that, it goes directly to Jack Ripper. After that,
Yeah, because Jack was the only one that survived. Hold on, I'm
Dave,
clicking.
watch it again.
Clicking it now. Hold on. Mm,
I like the fact that we are waiting.
we
no,
are
I'm just.
waiting very, very
Hmm.
patiently.
Very patiently.
Hold on, I'm
But
skipping through 7.
nah, but I like
Yeah,
Alistair as a character for sure.
you say you like him as a character.
Alistair, yeah,
Okay, okay. So we'll
Wait,
we'll
who's
let the.
Alistair? I didn't notice who Alistair was.
the guy who looked like he belonged in Alice in Wonderland.
Wait, he's what, Alistair Crowley?
Yeah, he's
No
Crowley.
way.
Hmm.
I didn't even notice they had that character in it. Nice.
Yeah, the guy
That's
who
fine.
burned people alive.
I'll let the fans flame me in the YouTube comments if I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. Did he experiment on everybody or did he do that experiment just for Jack? Okay, so before we go, because I know we have to kind of delete that last episode. How do y'all feel about Undead Murder Farce so far?
I'm
As a
I
whole,
would say yeah.
Just for
oh,
yeah,
it's
just
a
without
it's a
talking about
fun
the
show.
most recent, but without talking
Oh
about
yeah,
episode 6 and 7.
it's a fun show that it's like a relaxing one.
Hmm.
it's not too serious, but it's not too goofy, and it has a story that you can keep up with.
Yeah, I agree. I feel as though it's one of those shows that was kind of slow starting for me, and each episode I watch makes me like it more. Specifically, the last one we watched gave more insight into most of the characters that it made me appreciate it even more. Um, it's definitely something I wasn't expecting in terms of the writing. The action, Glenn already knows. I'm not really completely sold on it, but it's not all that bad. The music is great. I do like it actually.
So you didn't enjoy the three-way battle?
The three-way battle I did like. I'm glad it wasn't exactly what I thought. I thought it was going to look like the opening scene fight between him and Jack, because
Hmm.
that one seems more, sing-songy kind of in the way they were moving on the roof. So I'm glad it wasn't like that. But I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the fight
chasing
wasn't
of the
bad.
diamond.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Everything about that episode was good. I like it.
That's a fact, man.
that episode that episode was. I mean, the last. I'd argue the moment they introduced Sherlock and trying to protect the diamond is the best part of the anime
Mm-hmm. I agree.
because they're introducing people, they're having fun with the characters, and it's just it's been going since that point.
Hmm.
I do have to say, right? But like even when Jack's introduction and how he like Wolverines that girl, I'm thinking there's no way he possibly killed it. There has to be a way to revive this girl again. But no, like gone.
She's she's just dead.
Yeah.
She just died.
Yeah, they
Shit.
pulled up chopping heads off. They was not playing.
They really were not.
Hmm. I'm trying to think of
But I
something
wish
else.
they showed us more of Moriarty to see if Moriarty can fight. Like, what was Moriarty going to do?
These
Nothing.
people, I said let's deep dive on the first few episodes because we didn't really
Oh
get to.
shit! Sorry, my bad. My bad. Sorry.
So,
Sorry.
what I was telling my friends yesterday, and y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments about this. This show feels like I'm watching Hell's Paradise mixed with Castlevania put together. Like, what y'all think in the comments, and what do y'all think on stage?
I don't see it as much. I could see the comparison, but it's a too detective-y for that shit.
Yeah.
But that's where the
Maybe I can
Castlevania
agree with you,
part
like what
comes
you
in.
said about the.
Yeah, but even Castlevania part was them just killing a lot of things. They weren't even really being that detective-y. They were just more like,
They didn't know who was trying to revive Dracula.
yeah, but remember how they did it. They ran through hordes and hordes and hordes of demons until they found a clue of who did it.
That's true. That is true. Hmm. Most definitely. So, how did y'all feel about meeting Mrs. Aya and the main character? Like y'all first impression of him?
Again, I think Aya is just a plot device. She can be a little funny sometimes, but really, as a character, I'm not that intrigued.
Eric, what about you?
Oh, she to me is like very integral to the whole like series.
Hmm.
I I I like the elements she brings. For someone as smart as she is, she's very funny. For being just a head, she's still hella sexy to me to the point where I can
Very
agree with you,
sexy.
Dave, and say her head is actually doing it for me. There's nobody, but I'm like, you know
That
what?
sounds so
I don't
freaky.
mind. I know you'll be fine.
Beware graveyards everywhere, wherever
Her head is
wherever the
actually
locations
doing
are.
it for me. Isn't?
Fuck you. I do. I think she's an interesting character. I mean, more and more, the more I see her, the more I appreciate her as a character. She doesn't seem as though she's doing a whole lot, which is very, very interesting because usually you're drawn to a character because they're doing much more than just talking. They have
Yeah.
some kind of power or something that they're doing to actually capture your attention. But she is doing it with less, um, less ammunition than most characters have.
Most definitely. Yeah, I don't feel like she's just a plot device, Glenn. It was her
I
plan.
mean,
Hmm.
every scene she that is focused on her, I just kind of just do something else.
I'm fucking crying. Come on, bro. Like, talk about it, Eric. How do you feel about that kiss in the beginning, episode 1 or 2?
I liked everything about the kiss. From the moment they take her head out of the bird cage and the hair just like drops flowing, how long it is, how shiny it is, how well kept it is, to how he holds her up in the moonlight and kisses her. Everything about that scene was very romantic, if not creepy. Even like the subtle details of the maid servant like biting her tongue or bleeding because she's disgusted at the fact that her pristine master is being touched by this monster. Like everything about that scene was just perfect. I liked it.
I love that description that you just gave. Thank you. I need that for YouTube. It hit different. So, how about what about Mrs. Aya's maid?
Shout out to her.
Mm,
She's a fun character who doesn't
Mhm.
talk that
mm,
much.
Yeah,
She is there just to scold the Oni Slayer voice his name, but the Oni Slayer and to just fight people. That's why I like her.
y'all think she has a crush on him?
No,
no,
she's a
she hates
lesbian.
his
The
guts.
part where
She's a
she
lesbian.
blushed when he saw her naked a little bit.
No, no, because she was already on an aphrodisiac. She was already blushing when she got there.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the venom was kicking in.
Yeah, she wasn't blushing because of him.
I don't like how calm everybody was when she came in the room. Like, hello, do y'all not see this woman is hurt? No sort of compassion whatsoever. Oh, there you are.
Hey, that's what they trust her to come back alive.
Oh my god. So who else do we have? Okay, you meet Sherlock Holmes and his team. How y'all feeling about
Sherlock
him?
is he's a fun side character. Like they didn't make him too important, but they gave him just enough importance for you to know that he's still Sherlock Holmes. They could have easily gave him like a lesser personality and made him less important.
That's true. Erica, you?
I think because we were already introduced to Rendo before we met Sherlock, his smartness didn't really quite shine as much as if we had just met him. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you know of Sherlock Holmes, you know how smart it is, but how smart he
Rendo was
is.
already doing top tier shit.
Yes, it's like, okay, I guess we have another smart guy in there. Let's see what he does that is going to be smarter than Rendo. Um,
It was
and
cute seeing them do their little when both of them was trying to flex on each other when they first met each other.
mhm. I really was expecting a little bit more because in previous episodes, right, um, they had asked her what she thought of Sherlock, and she did say she didn't think much of him. So I thought, like they had some kind of history, like she knew of him or had met him before. So by the time they met and then they were strangers to each other, I was like, well, I didn't understand that scene that you know where she spoke less of him, unless it was just based on what she had read of him. Is why she didn't think much of him. It was just so confusing. It was an awkward thing to just put there in the middle there that she could care less about Sherlock. I didn't see the purpose of that. But I did like that scene because not his introduction per se, but the fact that they all get arrested. They are all in the back of this police trailer, and the police guy finally figures out who he really has in the back, and it's just beautiful
The
how
way
they
he
did
put the
that,
paper
and they
down,
get
put it
there.
back up.
And then he's like, okay, let's reroute because these are the people we actually need. They are not criminals. That was nice.
That's true. One of my favorite parts. I know y'all hate it, but y'all know how I feel about vampires. I love the introduction of the vampire family in the beginning. I didn't expect it to be the son. I kind of really just went out and thought it was that male maid because how much he was so anxious and scared and really acting up like, why are you acting so scared that you know it's not you? He was doing too much for me. Um, who were y'all predictions? Who did you think was gonna be the one that killed their mother in the first two episodes?
Oh, the father.
Mm. What about you, Erica?
I thought it was either the daughter or the one who actually really did it, the blonde guy.
Hmm.
I was more convinced it was the blonde guy when the female maid was nervous when she was serving him. It seemed as though she knew something that no one else knew, or something about him scared her that much.
Most
So that
definitely.
was my confirmation that it was him. But I definitely knew it had to be one of her kids. I mean, the whole scene of the crime just seemed as though like it had to be someone she trusted. And who do you trust more than your own kids well enough to drop your guard for them to come stab you that close without it being messy?
But you
She is
know
a
what my
vampire
mind
after all,
didn't go
though.
there?
What?
In all my times of watching anime, or well, not even anime, just vampire shows in general, vampires are
Hmm.
evil, but they love their mama, you know? I'm like, damn, nigga really slimed his mama.
Yeah, but like it's as simple
He
as
did
being
do
a
that.
psychopath. A psychopath. You can be a vampire and still be a psychopath and not really care about your mom.
I know, but what I'm saying, what show have we seen that? Damon loved his mama even though he was shaking ass on her. Klaus loved his mama even though he hated her too. Like,
He killed his mom a
Yeah,
couple
but one of the
times.
siblings didn't like their mom. I feel as though one of the siblings killed their mom in
In
the
the
originals.
originals, that
Yeah,
was
didn't
Klaus.
they?
it was
Klaus always
Klaus,
ended up
yeah, but
killing.
he didn't kill her right away. It was after all the ass shaking she was doing.
Yeah, but if you love it, you love it, regardless of her ass shaking.
Bro,
Is
she
that how
came
love really
back and
works?
he was still
Someone
eating
shakes
her
ass, you kill
mommy.
them.
We're not gonna go into the original tangent. So, what are y'all other favorite parts of this
Oh,
show that
someone
you?
said Damon didn't love his mom. It was Stefan who rekindled that love in him after she died.
Oh
Huh.
yeah, he was mad at his mom for a little minute. Shout out to Scott in the goo. Shout out to Scott. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
that is true. So, what are y'all other favorite parts of this show? I just gave y'all mine, the vampire scene. What about y'all?
I think the vampire fight was one of my favorite because it's the first time we actually see how much the Oni Slayer is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the ride up to the castle was interesting with the bumps and them joking and saying, "Oh, you're probably going to puke," and then she goes, "I don't have a stomach to churn," and it's like little jabs and little jokes, puns that are on the nose, which was shit I like. They did a lot of that. I like the jokes in the anime through and through.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not too many, but it's just enough
it's
to keep
just
it. Yeah,
enough. It's
that's what we were
tasteful
saying
enough.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday I asked them if they like any detective animes, and they were saying it has to has a certain type of element. So we brought up 91 Days and how it has a very great start, but just the detective stuff that's going on in there is not enough to keep me drawn to where we want to keep watching it. So those were like examples we gave. But can y'all one more time give the people one example of a? I already know what yours is going to be, Erica, but one example of a good detective show that you the anime that you like as besides this one?
Glenny?
I'd say you have Detective Conan, which is a good detective show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Outside of that, I'd argue Monster was a good one too.
Okay,
There
okay.
was a lot of other things, but it was there was a lot of detective shit in that one.
Mine's is I'm gonna go ahead and steal Erica's is Bungo Stray Dogs for sure. My boy Dazai be on that shit. I really like the whole time when I first met um Aya. I'm just thinking like, damn, I'd love to see her and Dazai interact.
You know,
It was
funny enough, it's not even just Dazai and Bungo Stray Dogs, it's Rampo. Like
yeah.
when you see the geniusness of Rampo, like I'm like, forget Dazai. Rampo alone versus Aya or versus any other detective you've seen in any show before you even put the mesh of Dazai in there. Like it's just I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask Dazai, Rampo, Aya, or what's his name from What's the show called? Death Note.
Who light?
Not Light. Light is the bad guy. The cop. I think it's is it
L.
yeah.
Like
Um,
who would win?
is that what you're asking?
Mm-hmm. I'm saying which one is the best detective to y'all?
Mm, I
Has
don't.
to be L.
Honestly, it's
Has
not
to be
fair to
L.
me because I haven't seen. I've not really seen Death Note, so I don't know much about L.
Such a casual.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
It has to be L because L found out who Light was like episode one. He just couldn't 100% prove it.
On God. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you going
Um,
with L, Glenn?
Scott went with
Hmm.
L too.
L, are y'all sure? I ain't gonna lie. Aya would have got Light. The Light wouldn't have killed Aya. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but
I
like, okay,
mean,
you're asking
because she's
people.
immortal.
Glenn hasn't really seen Bungo Stray Dogs. I don't know if Scott has.
Glenn,
So if
without
I
the
think the
immortalness, bro.
comparison is still the same as me not knowing about L.
Yeah,
If
that
we're
is
being
true.
fair.
Like I
Well,
put it like
really, I'm
this.
asking for the fans too, so they can comment on YouTube. You know.
I put it like
Hmm.
this: is if L could surmise that Kita was Light in episode 102, but not knowing how he was doing the killings, he just needed to prove how the killings were being made, which was like the next 10 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Which,
if you have that argument, then Rampo definitely would win.
which is, I mean, I don't know Wampo like that, but I just say Light in a regular society had magic, and L found a way to find out that he's the killer, but he just didn't know how. That's why you see all the memes on the internet being like, I surmise Kita is doesn't like eating pizza. And like, if I don't take the slice of pizza, I'm Kita. But if I do, I might overdo it.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but again, I'm saying just but while I'm listening to it, I would take Rampo because Rampo was able to solve. Yeah, thank you, Sienna. Rampo was able to solve a crime to the point that he even knew what the person that did it said, what the victim said last before the
Yeah,
crime even
it's kind of
happened.
this is not even a fair
Like,
battle because them Bungo Stray Dog niggas, their power is detective.
no, and that's the beauty of Rampo. Rampo doesn't have a power. That's Rampo being smart. That's why I'm taking Rampo. I'm not taking anyone else over with smart with an ability. That
Yeah,
guy's ability even has nothing to do with his smart. Arguably, even what's his name? Shit, I forgot his name. The other character in it with Dazai right now, there are a lot of smart characters in there that if that's all that it is, that L was able to tell who Light was from episode one, then I'm sorry, I'll take Rampo. Because
yeah.
even in the most recent episodes, what Rampo is doing, like, fuck it, Rampo all day.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, Rampo's the one that puts glasses on, right, and goes smart.
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he Eric, that is a power, bro. Stop it.
he
No
doesn't have
matter
a
how they
power.
try to wrap
Dave,
it up,
don't. Why do we argue about this?
it's not a power. But let's, Erica, is it really not a power, bro? Come
Dave,
on.
I'm telling you, when you start watching season five and they explain it, you would know that you know why I'm saying I'm that adamant is not a power because the reason why he even wore the glasses, dude, it would touch your heart and everything. Just catch up.
Hey,
Just
hey,
saying.
It
Sienna.
would
All I
touch
thought is
your heart.
It would touch your heart. I
What
kid
is
you
this?
not.
What is this zappy shit coming from you?
Sienna.
What
What in
I'm
the teamwork is going
saying,
on with you and
Sienna.
Sepe? Is y'all cool? Y'all
I'm
better get
telling
this
you,
team.
this most recent season made me appreciate Rampo even more because I feel as the previous seasons didn't really like delve into Rampo as much. And
Mm-hmm.
this one is like Rampo is the star. It's just I kid you not, I like Rampo. But
Mm-hmm.
we're digressing.
Mm, Rambo.
Rampo.
you're you're a sicko. Really think I need to catch up. Yeah, Scott, I'm on season 3 myself. It's getting really good where I'm at also. This woman, how did you get thrown us off the top? How did we get to
You
manga?
you asked us to choose the best detective. Is how we ended up here.
Oh,
That
we
wasn't
did. We
me.
did. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm like, hello? How the fuck did we get here?
But I would say one of the other things I like about this show is the way they introduce characters that you already know in real life, and they put their own spin of it. So
Yeah, I love
we're
that new
meeting,
touch in anime
yeah,
days.
like, and it's like it's very very different from every other anime you see. Every other anime still introduces the same characters, but in a different way, which I do like this one for that. To be honest, they have a, like I said yesterday, they have a healthy balance of comedy, action, um storytelling. Everything is just well balanced, where
Hmm.
it's not, they're giving you healthy doses of it to keep you entertained for the
They're
most
giving
part.
you a right amount of Hell's Paradise, and they're giving you a right amount of Castlevania. I get what you mean.
I really don't see those two, but if for sure.
You didn't even watch Castlevania, so you can't
I
even
did
say
not, and I
monkey got
definitely do
a
not see Hell's Paradise. So
monkey
yeah.
shot, and you didn't read the Hell's Paradise manga. So
I
Nah,
did
nah,
read the
nah.
light novels
We
and I've
can
seen the
now
covers.
we can now say this because she used this. She used this argument.
Wait, what you
Oh
mean?
my god! You remember yesterday when I was like, it's in the manga
Mm-hmm.
and in the
Hmm
light novels, like
No.
yeah.
She used this argument now.
I mean, in chapter 625, if you had seen the cover, you know what I'm talking
Mm, I
about.
see. I see.
You see.
Hmm
But yeah,
And for the listeners, we're also working on a Patreon to give y'all exclusive content, so y'all be getting
oh
more stuff
boy.
during the week. I know we're limited to 3 hours a month because of the way we distribute our podcast, but on Patreon, y'all get to get all that extra exclusive content on there. So look out for that as well. So, what are y'all rating the show so far, and why?
Oh, let's not jump to that. I really do feel as though we need to talk some more about the most recent episode. Episode 8
Hmm.
gave us a background of how old Aya is, even. Because that to me was interesting. I didn't know she was 950 years old or even older. Like someone did that to her,
Said that
950
episode
years
one.
alone. So what?
They said that in episode one.
I didn't hear that in episode 1.
Look at you, casual.
Did they say that in episode 1? I don't remember
Yes,
hearing that in episode 1.
when she was explaining, she's 17, right? Or 15. It
She
was one.
yeah, she's 14. Her
Yeah, one of them
body and her
days.
face
Eee,
is like 14.
Yeah,
eee.
it was in episode one.
But did you know that it was artificially, like, she's like artificially made?
Oh my god. Oh, look at
Woo,
you pulling out manga
woo.
facts.
I thought that was interesting. I didn't really hear that in episode 1. So when I heard it in this episode, I was very, very excited when I heard
My
it. I'm not
bad,
even
because
gonna
you
lie.
tease me so much, I can't take up a chance for to try to tease you.
I know. I
And then
know,
Glenn just
Lord.
had to throw his own flavor on it. I'm like, okay, that would be me. Nigga said,
Nah, I
ooh,
really
manga
didn't hear it.
facts.
So I so I really enjoyed seeing that. Oh, the slashing Jack's pocket so sneakily and getting that diamond.
Hey, talk about it. You heard me on the
Oh,
phone.
I could have hugged him in that moment because it just seemed as though they had just lost big time. And then
I
he's
don't know
like,
how Glenn could say he doesn't like Aya. Just the way she said, what am I going to do with you? I loved it.
it's like, okay, that was nice. He wasn't even fighting to win. He really doesn't care much for the fighting, to be fair. But
Yeah.
he just found a slick way to get the diamond. And now the fact that Aya does crack the code, she does believe Jack also cracked it because of what Onislaya said. He also looked in the moonlight or something. So I guess they're going to meet again because he must have figured out where it is.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. I'm just it's interesting to see. So they've added various monsters to um Jack, and what's holding him together is Aya's immortality to some extent. And now they're going to add werewolves, and I'm just hoping we meet a very cool werewolf that joins the team. Um, I'm very excited to see where it goes. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
going to read
gonna
the
get
manga, and
married.
I do hope that Glenn doesn't read the manga and ruin it for all of us. But one can only hope.
I
He's already read it, knowing him.
Yeah, what a fucking
You
asshole.
have, huh, Glenn?
have not, but you know
Thank
what
you.
though? I
I
just
will.
might ruin it for you.
No, I agree with her on this one because our pods could be a lot of pods could be so much better, and it literally lacks because you already know what happens. You can't be excited with us. You have to act.
No,
I
don't
won't
even
lie.
say that. Don't even remind me of Glenn. Please, 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 please watch Blue Lock.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Okay,
lie.
I got caught up on Blue Lock. Oh yeah, I read the manga. Fuck you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm still hurt
Weeks
about the Blue Lock
of
one for sure.
trying to do a recording with you, and you just didn't. Yeah, I'm not watching Blue Lock. Why are you not watching it? Because Joe said something that pissed me off. Oh, I watched it, and now I've read the manga, and I'm all caught up. Fuck you. You really
Yeah.
couldn't just do it for all of us. Like,
It hit
huh?
different. It do hit different.
Listen, when I don't find something interesting or I find it really interesting, then it's hard to do things.
Glenn, it is our job. Bite the
It's hard to
bullet for work.
it's
Be
hard to do
There's,
professional.
things.
there's so many animes that we don't watch as well, and only you watch. You can read those.
Like I
Ah,
wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't. I would have never talked about JJK if you just solely told me from season one. Just from season one, I would have said JJK was trash and that no one should watch it. If I didn't read the manga, yeah.
What a good cake. Oh, you're learning from Erica.
I don't know what's your
You're learning from
basis for
Eric at
that
this
though.
point. He's basically saying, I don't want to ruin shows for myself because I don't like them because I only watch. No, that's
Nah,
easy
because if
to
I
read.
suffer, because my thing is that when I suffer through things, I grow to hate things I suffer. So I know myself.
Nah, I don't believe that because you yourself just said when you like something, you can't
Yeah,
help yourself. So
you went through it.
if you hated season one so much, what piqued your interest enough to read it?
Someone told me a spoiler, and of course I had to find out if it was true. And then I jumped down the rabbit hole.
See, but that's my point. You just clearly said you have to enjoy things enough to actually read it, which is it's not about you suffering through it. That defeats that negates your whole statement of suffering through it because if you enjoyed it, you're reading it. It's not that you suffered through it, so you're reading it.
I mean, I can say whatever I want to say, Erica.
I know you can say whatever you want to say. I'm just
But no,
saying it's
but no.
bullshit. I'm calling bullshit
If I
on it.
if I suffer through, let's just say the show's just um mid or okay, and I have to sit through weekly, I'll eventually drop the show.
Mm.
Like if there was a show that was a six for me and it wasn't all done, I would drop the show. Even if I enjoyed it, I'd be like, nah, it's not worth staying around for. That's what I mean. Like I have to keep myself
This is me
intertwined
when
with
y'all
the
start
story.
arguing with each other.
Grow up. We're not even arguing. I'm just
You
saying.
got Glenn going in his caddy bag. Nigga said, I can say what I want to say, Erica. I said, oh.
It's fine. I'm just saying he could really do try for the rest of us. There are a lot of things he's already reading, and there's a lot of amazing mangas coming out on a daily basis. But you know what? It's just my opinion. Moving on.
Whatever you
It's
say.
just, it's just my opinion.
It's just my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so
Moving
show wise, what are we giving the show? What do you got, Eric?
on. I give it 8.5.
8 for me.
I give it an 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had 8.5 yesterday, but I take a point 0.5 away now that I'm all the way caught up. Because I
Gotcha.
do agree with Erica. The fights could be better.
Okay.
It's
Thank
not
you.
drawing me as much as I think it should. Well, I think, and at the same time, that's why I'm still leaving it at 8 because I feel like that's on purpose. Little shit like, little shit like, what's his name? What's
Who?
his name? The bad guy.
Who?
How am I forgetting
Jack?
her?
Moriarty?
Not Jack.
Moriarty? The old guy?
Who's with the Phantom Troop? I said the Phantom Troop. Phantom of the
Phantom,
Opera.
as Lupin.
Lupin.
Oh yeah. How Lupin was like, oh yeah, I don't want no smoke with that nigga. Shit like that
Oh
is
yeah,
about to. Yeah, like, and it didn't seem like he was scary. Just in this moment, he wasn't trying to fight,
Yeah, I
or
mean, especially when you
yeah,
realize he wasn't even stealing the diamond for any reason other than he just wanted to.
want the
It's not
diamond.
worth
Yeah,
dying for. Yeah,
hey, I
not
fuck
worth
with him though.
dying
He my
for.
type of villain. He don't kill people. He just wants what he wants for him, and like he doesn't want to hurt anybody in the process. I
Yeah,
fuck with that.
but
Mhm.
nah. I mean, as a whole, for me, I understand the dancing thing because the Oni Slayer is an entertainer at heart. So
Yeah.
everything
yeah,
he does is meant for entertainment. So when he fights, he's always dancing on purpose.
Mhm.
yeah. True, true. I can see that.
So that we have to see how other people fight outside of just him, like on the other one on ones. And
Yeah,
we've
because
seen
remember
it
when they first pulled up, the way they sliced up that guard, I was like, hello.
because we saw Alistair versus Watson and Sherlock Holmes. We saw the maid versus Carmella.
Hmm.
Those fights are different.
Those,
And
yeah, I
also,
would say the maid and Camilla's fight where was my favorite.
and
Man, how
also,
she was
a lot of these
seducing
people
her.
can't fight. A lot of these people can't fight. Besides, like three people.
Hmm.
That is true.
Yeah,
So that's pretty much like an 8 or what 8.3. Like,
All right, shit. Up to you.
that
I'll
would
leave
be
that
an
up to
eight
you.
point two five. So basically 8.3.
I'm taking. So now we'll get to the next part of this segment discussing the new episode of Zom 100. Talk about it. How y'all feeling? Don't let me go first.
I'm just gonna say I don't know why is Zom supposed to be an anime that is dropped every 2 weeks, or is there some kind of Zom 100 news that I am missing?
Why you say that?
The
The
release
last
schedule.
episode, yeah, you said what?
No, I'm just clarifying the release schedule.
What is the release schedule?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Erica, but that was just one little hiatus. It wasn't that hasn't happened multiple times.
No, I think this is the second time it's happened.
That they went on break.
Yep.
Hmm, I don't remember that.
I don't know. Either that's why I'm just I don't know how to maintain time.
Hey,
Hi.
now
What's
you
up?
tweaking. We went through 5 episodes straight. I don't remember a break.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, we did go.
Okay.
We did, I think we did. We run through five straight.
Mm-hmm. Bro, Zom 100, it has some kind of jutsu on me, bro.
Why?
What's this jutsu it has
It's
on
the
you?
most boring show that I'm not bored on. Like, huh?
It's the most
Like,
boring show you're not bored on.
yes, like I should be done with it now. Mashal was just as funny as this, and I gave Mashal up. But for some reason, I'm so gung ho about this show. Like, it keeps me there. And I feel like what it is they're really creative with how they do stuff. Like, it's always a new thing every day. I feel like this is the pause. I feel like this is what women like in men, like as far as dates, just keep them interested and do different stuff. And that's what they're doing every day. It's something new. I didn't seen Walking Dead. I didn't seen My Hero Academia. I didn't seen the movie Sharks. I, I done seen the rapper lifestyle getting gold and diamond chains. I done seen Home Alone. You feel me? They're giving me so much different things that I fuck with at the same time, and I feel like that's why I'm stuck with it. No matter how much, I feel like sometimes, what the fuck am I watching this for? Because these niggas are not doing nothing. Just like that girl feels like they troll too much. That, you feel me? I feel just like her. I was like, but why am I still here? Same reason why she's still there teaming up with them. It hit different. But how y'all feel about this new episode?
I
No,
mean,
I'm just
she's
gonna say Scott said something in the front channel, back channel, that actually points out to
Yep.
it probably is more than
That
like
is,
two breaks
I
they've
know
had
you was
because
gonna
if they
do that.
started with everything,
That has been more than one
that was
skit.
8 and they are on 6. Yeah, I think so. Or either that or they skipped for a whole 2 weeks this time is why we
Oh
missed
yeah,
two
yeah, that's
episodes.
what happened. Yeah, it was 2 week break. Yeah, so
It's
I'm still
ridiculous.
right, fuck nigga.
No one
Listen,
cares
I'm
if you're
not.
right or not. The whole point is
Yeah,
why are they
no one.
doing
Oh, right.
Listen,
it?
I'm gonna say I'm not into Jutsu, and I am solely watching Zombie because we're going over it. That's it. I'm just like,
Like it's
yo,
stupid, right?
and it doesn't get any better. It just gets worse
Stupider.
with its logic.
The
Talk
description
about
on
it.
Netflix literally describes it as an absurd zombie category. So it's like when you guys say that, I don't know what you guys are expecting. It's in the whole description of it. From even watching it, you're expecting absurdity. Like it's
No,
not supposed to make sense.
And
all
I get,
true,
it's like
all true.
Zombieland.
But if you left it up to me, I wouldn't have watched it. Even from jump,
Fair enough.
I wouldn't have watched it.
Don't, nah, I ain't gonna lie, Glenn. Episode 1 and 2 was decent.
Bro, are we gonna forget we saw a living shark with human legs?
That's
Zombies?
episode. That's episode 4.
Like the that doesn't make sense. How is this shark technically a
Wait, really? That's
zombie?
episode 5. Yeah.
How is the shark trying to eat people with legs, but these zombies know where you're going? It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm fucking weak. Erica, how are you feeling about this week's episode?
I like this week's episode. They found a way for the first time to make that girl seem more human than robotic. She actually liked
Backstory.
that part so much that she fangirled about it a little bit, which is funny because that would have been my choice of a van too. The boho style, this whole Scooby Doo style of the van. I'm like, I want that van so bad. But
Well, it was certain moments. Y'all, I don't know if y'all peep, but she was blushing at the out the window at what's his name driving the bike, and then the whole little sad moment she had with him in the room. I'm like, do she have a crush on him?
no, I think she wasn't blushing because he was riding out the outside. They had a conversation. She was having a conversation with Akira
So you think
that made her
she's
blush. It had
blushing?
nothing to do with that
Inside?
guy.
Yeah,
Um, but it was nice to see her like really relate to Akira in that moment. I really thought she was going to stand up for him and help him snap out of it,
hmm
without him having to work for this guy. But that to me that was just interesting, and I really want to see how they spin it around because obviously Akira is not going to stay there forever. We already know the trajectory of this anime. 100 things to do before he turns into a zombie. There's no way he's going to waste it being someone's slave for 2 days. So I can't wait to see how he's going to burst out of that
I hope he
space.
does. He better not work them 2 full days, bro. I need him to
Yeah,
quit faster than I quit my last job. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah. But I thought
Listen,
the beginning was funny. Pack lights, and then he packs a water gun, and it's like, what the fuck are you packing? It's not important. It's just little things
And they're
they
not
went
all
through. It
the
was funny
RV
enough.
RVs they got. They went and got the basic white one in fucking
It's
Benny
because they
Hanna.
spend so much time fanboying that they've just run into the closest thing when the zombies were coming in. They didn't choose that by choice.
And Glenn is right. I don't care that fake ass shit, bro. With the amount of zombies that were around that RV, they shouldn't have got out like that,
I mean, they never show it to us, but I'm sure it's as simple as just running them over.
bro. There was so many that even if they ran them over, ain't no way the car didn't just break down right there. It was
Again,
mad
it's an
zombies.
anime. I really do not know what you guys
Oh,
are
now it's an anime. But
expecting.
when we talk about other
It's
shonen, you want to be so
dude,
critical.
like I said, it's meant to be absurd. It's the same reason why I watch Gintama, and I'm not expecting anything else other than it being a
Gintama's
parody
this
thing.
level of absurd.
Gintama is pretty absurd.
I want no. This is my problem with this. Okay, this is where my issue stands. Right? It's at one point they're like, "Oh, this is super serial, 100%
Super
serial.
serial is crazy.
Look at all this crazy death. We're all about to die. Oh no, mother, I love you." And then this kid's like, "Hey guys, are you having fun too? I am." You're just like, nah. This show gives you whiplash. This show gives you whiplash, and it does nothing. It's just like reminding you of the serious shit while this fucking psychopath is running through the town like, yeah,
Like
this is
nothing. Like you
fun.
mean to tell me they didn't know at all how they was gonna be able to get through that shit, and all of a sudden now they can just get through a fucking what's it called? Hell no. Like through the city, they just made it through the city with ease like that. I'm surprised the first thing they saw was spokes. Hello?
I
Listen,
mean,
all
I
right.
feel as though that makes sense. I mean, they've been doing grocery shopping from the very episode one. He gets on his bike and goes to a grocery shop, no problem. His bike gets destroyed in a supermarket. He just finds a motorcycle or finds another bicycle. It's just like, again, I don't know what you guys are expecting.
Mm-hmm.
It
Listen,
is a
if the
troll
show was
anime that
if the
is not
show
meant
was
to be
just
taken
purely
seriously.
absurd, like, and they didn't bother to show you any of the serious aspects of the zombie apocalypse, that would have been fine. But they
What
can't
what
keep on
seriousness have they even showed us about the zombie apocalypse?
like I want to say in episode 2 or 3, you saw like a group of like pretty boy mafiosos fighting to the death of
Random
zombies.
ass shit, and they just died. Like,
Yeah,
huh?
they just
What was the point
randomly
of
Again,
died.
showing us
they
that,
shouldn't like that was you can't even tell me that was a serious part of the
bro? They
anime.
made it
It
appear
was
like they was
literally people
introducing
in the
new
entertainment
characters.
district, like a battle between the male escorts and zombies, and they really did a cutscene of it being like a battle to show you, oh yeah, we're going like there was nothing serious from the
What
beginning
are you
on this
talking
episode.
about? They
Oh my
they were
god.
just like, yeah. And in this episode, there was nothing serious except the boss just giving this kid PTSD, and I'm just like, listen, motherfucker, if you're gonna be a psychopath, you might as well just go all the way and not just go back to work, cause that shit sucks.
I still disagree with you guys. I do feel as though this anime has been true to what it set out to be, which is a stupid anime. So if you're
We've
watching it,
been
just watching it for the laugh of it, just like Marshall, just like every other anime that comes in that category that makes no sense.
Yeah, but
we've been
Marshall,
fighting too much. Let's kind of get back on topic a little bit. Like, how, how did y'all feel about the whole thing with him meeting his boss again and agreeing? Would y'all have wanted him to agree?
I know he's gonna hate it because that was the whole point of his happiness in episode 1, that he no longer had to work. That was the whole point of him being happy. Like, no more work, yes.
Just to see this fuck nigga again. Erica, what about you?
Um, I think this it had to happen because to think that this free spirited guy can really just sink back to that level just by meeting his abuser, like that level of PTSD is just it's interesting to see. It's a different vibe from what the anime sets out to be. So I'm in for the ride. There's nothing in this series that I take seriously, but I enjoy everything
And
I
I
see,
want you to know, Erica, it's gonna be some ridiculous bullshit that breaks him out of it,
and I would still love it.
and
Hey, can y'all? My bad.
it's gonna be him. You're telling me I can't drink beer today? Fuck you!
And
Or
I would still enjoy it.
or a three-legged zombie is gonna run up on him, almost die, and he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, that's right, I am invincible. I forgot. Damn."
Hey, can y'all read? Can y'all read Scott's comment in the chat, please, out loud?
Zom 100 is one of those animes that suffer from the first episode syndrome. When you anim-
Oh,
mm,
subpar.
when new
You're saying
animes have a really strong first episode and then the rest of the episodes become subpar.
That's how I felt. Well, really, the first three for me, because I love the first episode. Um, I love him meeting the girl in the second episode. It was real dramatic, had romance, all that type of shit. I love. I love the third episode with him meeting the new girl that turned him down, but it was still kind, showing how human she was, like, and what she wanted to do, like, and then losing her right away. Like, that was a really good episode for me. Those first three, like, and then they just started taking the trolling too far. Like, hello.
what, you didn't think it was trolling too hard with his friend being stuck in a brothel?
That's possible.
Okay, sure.
I
They,
was gonna
they,
say some crazy shit.
yeah, like the man was stuck in a brothel. And we talked about the episode where he met the girls that eventually turned into zombies. They could have left at any time. They all could have left at any time when they wanted to. They only left when everyone died.
That's a fact. Like what the fuck? Just sitting there parlaying is crazy. And now, after all the trolling, now let's go to my parents' house. These niggas are not serious about life.
Like they left their bike out with the zombies, right? So I'm thinking, damn, they're not gonna be able to get that bike back. Nah, the next time you see the bike, the homie grabbed the TV and the bike and closed the thing on the zombies. Oh wow, he's running away from the zombie girl, and I'm just like, I guess we're doing this.
I mean, I don't know what you guys. From episode one, he went to his boss's place to go free a girl, run top speed. Somehow the boss was just standing there as fat as he was and didn't get a scratch or a bite on him as he tossed him out of the window. And you guys were okay with that, calling that a good episode, but everything else doesn't make sense.
No,
Episode
no, 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 no,
two,
Erica, I want to be on record for this. From the
okay,
description of this show, I thought it was a bad show. And I haven't changed my mind since.
okay, thank you. I'm just
I don't
saying,
want.
like the show didn't like from beginning. The show really set a precedence. It's not their fault if you guys expected more and you're disappointed because your expectation of more is not met. They have succeeded continuously to maintain the same subpar energy they started with. For me, the episode you so liked so much, these girls were there with the guy. In every other episode, the vampires turn almost immediately, but somehow there was a guy sitting in there with them with a bite on his leg that lasted close to 30 minutes of them drinking and getting drunk before he got turned into a zombie. That didn't strike you guys as weird at all, but you still went with it. Dude, I'm
Listen,
just
at that
saying,
point,
the story is ridiculous, and it's okay because they have set a precedent to wanting it to be ridiculous.
That's true, and I feel like we're making this part of the pod unfun because it's like we're just negative Nancy every week about Zom. You know.
Nah, I don't remember the last time we negative Nancy Zom.
that's me.
I love Zom. I look forward to see Zom. It's the reason why I'm bummed out when they take breaks for two weeks. I do like it. It's a nice break from everything else that we are watching.
Hmm.
I'm not
For me, that was
expecting
Marshall.
anything more, and so I like it. I
For me,
mean,
that
for
was
me, that was
Marshall.
Marshall too, but since Marshall is gone, this is a nice replacement to Marshall for me. So it is, it's doing what it wants to do. I am loving it. This week's episode, I was happy about it. I'm still a little bit nervous as to what he would find out when he goes home. Would his parents still be alive and stuff like that? So that is keeping me at the edge of my seat to see how that does play out. So I can't wait to meet the samurai girl on the cover though. When do we meet her?
Hey! Don't spoil it for me. You know, I don't watch. I don't look at covers
Sure.
and intros and none of that.
Yeah,
Probably, probably in the camp he's out right now. I don't know.
sure. I cannot wait. Zom 100 gets a 7 out of me this week.
7.
This girl did all that ass shaking just to give it a 7 this week.
We actually, I give it a 10. And okay, nah.
I saw
I
all of
mean,
that.
when I
Yeah.
watched Marshall, I gave it a 9 for comedy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll give it
Hey,
a
okay, we're gonna do that. Now I gotta argue with you, Glenn. Let's not hold. The
I
zombie's pretty
loved
funny.
Marshall. Not when they're trying to be serious for like half an episode and another half not serious.
Come on, it's like the Dave Chappelle effect. It starts off serious and it leads somewhere.
They're not as funny as Dave Chappelle.
You
They're
said
not as
what?
funny. They're not as funny as Dave Chappelle.
I'm
Oh
not.
boy.
Oh, I'm not
We're
saying
gonna
that,
move off this topic to talk about Bleach.
brother. No way we're recapping that. I'm just attached to Bleach one from yesterday to this. Hell no. You want to talk about that boring ass
Yeah,
episode again?
controlling leader. Oh, you
Huh?
don't want to do it, so we're not going to do it? Fine, controller.
Oh, my bad.
Nice
So, how
one.
did y'all feel about the
Do
last
your thing,
Bleach
player.
episode?
I'm
Seeing my
good. I
boy
don't want to do it
Kenpachi,
anymore.
seeing my boy Kenpachi standing
All
there.
right. Goodbye, Dave. This is all you get from me today.
What? It's only been an hour. We just hit an hour.
Goodbye.
Come on, talk about Bleach.
Nah, I'm good.
Now,
What a
first,
brat.
before we do that, what is your rating of this episode, Dave?
Um, how do I really feel, man? That's a 7, bro.
A
I'm
7?
sorry.
Uh,
We ain't go through these many episodes of you doing character building for you to see your boss and shake ass. You should say, "Fuck you, nigga. We can handle this by ourselves." Something. No, and he gonna shake ass and work for him for 2 days.
mm,
But you know what he needs to do? You see how he already got the people not rebelling, but liking him because he wants to get the chilled beer and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Man, playing a coup d'etat, take over that nigga's what's it called? Because like Erica said, he better do that. You already don't like how even though it's zombies, but you already don't like how he's using zombies to do manual labor and stuff like that. Like, go take control. Wait, do you agree with him, or is he tripping that the fact that he's using zombies as slaves? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Zombie on slaves is a fine thing. It's just the PTSD for the guys kicking in. He hates
Yeah,
work. He hates the idea of work. So when he sees anyone do that much work, he's like, God damn it.
yeah, he done made, he done found a whole new way to do the fucking 9 to 5 life at the place. Like the way he gives them treats by giving them one cold beer. I'm like, God damn. What in the corporate office is this nigga doing once again?
He's trying, and he's going to fail.
Hmm.
But no, I, in general, the only episode I gave like a high ranking that I felt like was the shark one because it was so absurd that I'm just like, fuck it, I don't care. This one's just a 5 because they just talked about RVs and Warner Bridge.
Yeah, what the fuck? What? Like, I feel like nothing really happened this episode. Hello? Yeah, that was a quick ass episode.
It was
They need to
very
stop
quick.
doing so many showing us them driving. They need to just make him arrive because driving be a nice portion of the episode.
They really like showing driving, bro.
Yeah, like hello. But how y'all feel about this week's episode of Bleach?
Of Bleach?
On that note, people, it was really nice to do this recording.
Damn.
Tune in to us another time. Subscribe, like, comment. We are really genuinely curious about your opinions and also your opinions of Dave and how much of a casual he is most of the time and how he truly misunderstands most of the episodes all the time. Um, and we are
We're
just anime
just
people.
anime people. Just anime people. We're just anime people. We're just anime people.